Okay, I'm back again. Sorry about that. It's just a bit of a technical problem with our screen sharing on Zoom. All right, so back to our discussion. This afternoon, what I would like to go through with you is our courses covered each week on Moodle. So we go to log into Moodle and go through what we have or should be going through in our online classroom on Moodle. Okay, so this is the web page or website that you should enter into your web browser, elearn.learnaglecollege.edu.vu, and then it should take you to the main page. Yeah? Okay, this is the main page. Okay, our Moodle platform should look something like this. Okay, so from there, you want to log into your classroom, so you will you'll click login at the top right hand corner. Then you should have your login page there. Then from there, you fill in your login details. This is where username goes, and then your password, and click login. Now, once you go in, you are logged in, you should be able to see your dashboard. This is what we call your dashboard, and this is where you should see all the courses or the subjects that you should study this year. They should be all there. If you don't see some of them, it is important that you come to school, call your class teacher to ensure that you have all your courses there. Okay, you have to make sure you call your class teacher or come to school and fix this as soon as possible because you need to study. Okay, this is not a 2 weeks holiday. It's important that you are learning while you're still at home. Okay, so um, year 11 accounting, you go into our year 11 accounting classroom, and this is what the classroom looks like. Okay, we have greetings there. Then we pick up from week 1 all the way down to week, we are on week 8. Okay, week 8 at the moment. Right, I'm just going to switch into the student role so the page looks more user friendly to you. Okay, so this is how your online Moodle classroom for accounting should look like. Okay, so week 1, we are sure that week 1 we didn't have classes on week 1 because it was our registration week. Now in week 2, you should see week 2 label there and the topic that you or we covered in week 2. And this topic was covered in our face-to-face classes. So if you were absent during the classes that we had in our face-to-face classes, you should download this note there. That's your lesson activity 1 that I gave out to you in classroom before you did your option test. Okay, and in week 2 as well, you should have an assist online forum there, and your year 11 accounting study plan. This also was given out in week 2 classes. Now in that accounting study plan there, you should be able to see what topics we should cover throughout semester 1, and that is from week 2 all the way to week 4 of term 2. So this is our online, our accounting study plan. Now, if we look through our study plan, you'll see that there are some topics that we didn't cover in week 2, but instead we started with introduction to accounting, and then we are moving reverse. So we are now on internal control, and then moving into petty cash this week. And then from there, we'll move on to our next topic, which is double entry accounting there. Okay, so we are moving in a sort of a reverse order. This shouldn't disrupt our learning that much. We're still going to cover these topics, but in a different order than what is in our study plan due to our current situation. Okay, so this is your study plan. And be reminded that in your study plan there, it also shows you the assessment schedule and what tests and assessments that you will be carrying out in the weeks to come. Okay, so if we go back to that study plan, you will notice that it's trying to load here, having some issues with loading here. Let's wait for that. All right. Let's not spend too much time on that. So in your study plan, you should be able to see what assessments you have in the weeks to come. Okay. Now moving on. I notice that in each of the week we have an assessed online forum in each week. Now that is also inside your study plan. It's not new. If you follow your study plan carefully, you see that every week we have an assessed online forum. So in week 2 was our first assessed online forum. If you haven't done that, now is the time, and that is why it is important that you come online so you can do your online forums. Now, what does it look like? Your online forum has a discussion topic there, okay? And it says, share your answers in your own words to the following questions. And it should be about 1 to 3 questions, okay? So there are 3 questions here, and what you do is you click reply to these questions there, okay? In your own words. Try as much as possible to discuss in your own words. Now, this is an assessed forum. Assessed means that you will be marked for participating in these forums. Okay, so it's very important for you to ensure that every week you participate in this forum. So this is week 2. In week 3, our week 3 topic, you have an assessed forum there as well. And this is the topic you're supposed to cover in week 3. Okay. Now, take note that you also have lesson activities each week. And these are the notes that it's important that you download and save these notes. Now, let's see what's in our lesson activities. In each week, you have a lesson activity. Right? In a lesson activity, they are your notes, and they contain the specific learning outcomes. Now, this is a short form called SLO, and they're very important. In each lesson, you have certain SLOs that we cover. And for example, in this specific week, that is what week is that? Week 3, you are expected to cover this, to learn these SLOs in that week, in week 3. Okay, week 3. So by the end of week 3, okay, so by the end of week 3, you should cover these SLOs. Should be able to answer them. You should be able to ask yourself, explain the accounting entity concept, and then you answer yourself. Okay. So these are your notes. In a lesson activity, this is what it contains, the notes. So in this specific lesson activity, you are learning the qualitative characteristics of the financial statements. All right. Okay. Now this is just a run through on how you learn online. Okay. So now remember, you might look at one week and you think that, oh, there's so much to cover. Right? There's so much to cover. But be reminded that you're not expected to cover everything in one day. Okay? You're not expected to cover everything in one day. You look at one week and then you organize yourself. And let's say for this particular lesson activity 3, that's in week 4, you're going to learn business organization. So Monday, you can look at lesson activity 3, read the notes, do the activities, and then maybe on Tuesday, you move on to financial elements and the accounting equation. And then you do the activity. And then Wednesday, maybe you cross-check your activity with the activity 1 solutions that is there already uploaded there. Okay. And then maybe on Thursday, you watch the videos. Thursday, you just spend time to watch the videos. And then finally on Friday, you should be confident enough to do the Assist Online Forum 3. Okay, so that's basically how you can manage your time online, or manage your learning as you look into your weekly resources per week. Weekly resources. Okay, so week 5, the topic was effects of transactions on the accounting equation. This is a very important topic, and it needs you to read your lesson activity and do the activities. Now, if you have any confusions, this is the forum. This is a good place where you can post your question there. Ask here, right? You can also message me, okay? You have the message icon at the corner of Moodle there that you can send a message to myself if you're confused or you encounter any confusion in your studies. Okay, so week 6, it says there that we continue with analyzing transactions, right? Now we move quickly to week 8. Now this week, before we move to week 8, you notice that in week 7, our topic is internal control, and this topic is very important because your task 1 for your major assignment is based on that topic. So I'm encouraging you all students to get online, work slowly through your work at your own pace, read your notes, do your activities, do the Assist Online forums slowly till you're competent with the SLOs, and then you should be able to do the task 1 of your internal control assignment. Okay, so this assignment, there'll be a separate video that I will put up that just focuses on explaining the assignment, so not for you to worry too much about that. Okay, so this video is just basically to explain to you how you are expected to manage your online learning. Now, moving on to week 8. Week 8, this week is week 8, and we are supposed to be looking at petty cash and bank reconciliation statement, right? And again, a separate video will be put up. I will upload a separate video where I will be providing explanations and more expounding on this particular topic. On the meantime, you'll see that I have put up a video there, so you can watch that tonight, or you can do that tomorrow. You also have your some extra supplementary links. We call these links that you can click on and read on the topic. Okay. My encouragement to you before I finish up from our discussion this afternoon is please attend your online classes. Very important. Attend and spend at least 1 hour per subject. Okay, remember that when you come to school in your face-to-face learning, you have 1 hour per period where you spend with your teacher and you study that subject. And in the same manner, we expect the same from you. So maybe you follow your timetable. So if from 9 to 10, it's accounting, respect that time, get into your online classroom and do the work that you need to do online. And it's very important in year levels that you do that, because as of week 6, there's still many of us who haven't still gotten online, and that's okay. We can give you some grace period on that because we are all transitioning. However, I encourage all of us to make time to get online. Okay, so far so good. Go at your own pace. Don't rush yourself. I will give some time for you to catch up to week 8 so that you get or you understand what you need to do for your task 1 before we move ahead to other important or new topics in accounting. Okay, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again in my next video.